In this video, I'll show you how to use dependency rules on the steps in your process and in your tasks to control whether or not a certain task can be permitted to be completed or not, depending on certain conditions. All right, so I have a process and I'm here in the process editor, and I created a simple, three-step process here. And let's go to step B and let's go to the automations panel and click on the dependencies tab. And here we can start to add dependency rules on this step. So let's make the first dependency rule be dependent on another task. The first task, step A, it must be completed. And so what that's basically saying is step A must be completed before step B is allowed to be completed. So let's see how that works in a real project. Let's go to our projects board and we'll create a project. And let's create a task list from that process. Okay, so we've got our three tasks, but as you can see, step B, I can't complete this because it says that this task has a dependency rule currently preventing it from being completed. And if we look at that dependency rule, again, it's the one that we set, which says step A must be completed. So if we go ahead and complete step A, now step B can be completed because this dependency rule has been met. Let's add a couple more dependency rules here. I'm going to uncheck this now. So we can make another dependency rule that says another task must be past due. And we'll do one more that it's dependent on there being a tag on this project. And we'll say that the new tag must be on it and it must be present. Okay, so now we have three different dependency rules all set on this task, step B. And we can set it so that any one of these rules can be true, and that would cause the dependency rule to go into effect. Or we can say all of these rules must be true in order for the dependency rule to go into effect. So as you can see, currently it's prevented because not all three of these rules are true. But if we go back to any, then we can complete this because only one of them is true, the first one. So now as of this recording, you can create dependency rules based on a bunch of different criteria. As we saw, you can have it based on whether another task has been completed or not, whether another task is past due. You can make it based on a project field value. So that's the fields that are in the details on a project. If a field contains a certain string of text or a value, you can make it dependent on whether the client that this project is for, if this project were attached to a client and that client has a custom attribute that contains a certain value, then you can make it dependent on that. And again, you can make it dependent on whether this project has certain tags or not, and you can add these tags up here. And so that's how you can use dependency rules to control whether or not certain tasks can be completed or not.